So the song Hometown is a confusing one. Tyler Joseph in these lyrics did a great job of making everybody think that he hated Columbus, where he's originally from, but that is not the case. The song is not about Columbus, it's actually about the hometown that humans come from, in a mental sense, in a spiritual sense. Take a listen to the chorus here. Where we're from, there's no sun, our hometown's in the dark. We're no one, our hometown's in the dark, our hometown's in the dark. And then the hook, a shadow tilts its head at me, spirits in the dark are waiting, I will let the wind go quietly. He's thinking through things, and he's going back to kind of this dark place, and he's kind of experiencing it for a moment. We're about to hear Tyler's dad explain exactly what the song is about, but I want you guys to definitely notice like the strong spiritual undertones of what's being said here, especially when he says in verse 1, be the one to take my soul and make it undone. Be the one to take me home and show me the sun, like show me something amazing, bright, tons of light, tons of energy. I know you can bring the fire, you know, also kind of that sun. I can bring the bones, like the dead bones, right? And I know you make the fire, my bones will make it grow. I'll take that and I'll do something with it. I'm not saying that the song explicitly says, hey, this song is about spiritual growth and God and, you know, being dead and being made alive. But you should go ahead and Google or YouTube Dead Come Alive, and I think you'll know exactly what he's talking about here. The animation on that's excellent, the rap is great, it's a really, really cool song. But he still keeps coming back to this place where his hometown's in the dark, so what does that mean? Why is he going to this dark hometown when he could be moving towards that fire, the sun, and all this cool stuff? I'm gonna let Chris Joseph answer that.
The idea of hometown is like I could picture him sitting in his bedroom, and he would think a lot, too much. He would think a lot, and a lot of things went through his mind, from good and bad. He was a very thoughtful young man. So I think a lot of those, when you say hometown, this is where I grew up, this is my childhood, these are the thoughts I had that came through my mind. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're scary, and you're trying to develop your thinking.
Being willing to take those risks, being able to think a thought that might scare you at first, but you kind of see it through to the end and judge it, make a value.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could do that. And he was very, very thoughtful. And it was a pretty positive family environment. I mean, I think faith had a lot to do with that. So even hard times could be turned to good. And he kind of picked up on that as a young age, so.
See, Chris brings a whole new level of meaning to the song, which is really cool, and I'm really grateful, Chris, that you were willing to chat about that, because it's like Tyler is saying, I'm going to go back to my hometown, the place that's in the dark, it's not the cool sun, it's not awesome, because he's sitting there and thinking those thoughts through to the end. He's pondering this darker stuff, which really feels like it explains all of Trench, because isn't that what Trench was about? It was about pondering a world without a God figure, like creating this fantasy world, and he was kind of asking the question, well, if there was no God, like what would life be like? And that's one of the major points of Trench. So in this song, in the hook here, I will let the wind go quietly, it's like he's just letting the thoughts happen to him, he's thinking them through so that he can have a full picture and understanding of them, something that allows him to be empathetic towards other people who are working through some of that stuff themselves. But here he does have an answer, something he doesn't really talk too much about on Trench. Put away all the gods your father served, that all these distracting things in this hometown. Put away your traditions. Believe me when I say we don't know how to put back the power in our soul. We don't know where to find what once was in our bones. And he's saying like we as people don't have that ability to fix things on our own, which seems to be an allusion to God being the one being able to do that, him knowing how. So to summarize, Tyler goes back to his hometown, the dark place where humans start off, is thinking those thoughts, working through things, trying to understand them, but he's also saying that, look, there is a way to get that power back in our bones, get us back to the place that we should be. The song really makes a lot of sense to me in the context of something like John Bunyan's Pilgrim's Progress. It feels very, allegorical, right? But the conversation never ends with me, and I would love to hear what you guys think about Hometown. Please, down below, I'll read your comments. I want to know exactly how you interpret this song and whether any of the stuff that I'm saying makes sense, because sometimes when I'm saying it, it doesn't always feel like it does. So thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you next time.